Rashad, why you didn't
Anyways,
hit me up?
Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
brother, I love you, brother. Trump lit.
What's up, Rashad?
Yeah.
What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.
Yeah, man, you know what it is and you know what it ain't. My name is Rashad Milligan. If you are new to the channel, this is the road to 10K subs. All right, so like I said, over the weekend, I was compiling a whole bunch of like Essence Festival complaints. So I was like, all right, let me take a day from it so it's not too emotional, and then I'll get into it. So here we go. Without further ado, you guys read the title. You guys know what's going on, and I just told you what's happening if you didn't even know what's going on after that. So here we go. Nobody from New Orleans would approve of this. The Battle of Jollof versus Jambalaya at Essence Fest. This was it was like a celebrity basketball game that kicked off Essence Fest. I believe it was Juvie was there in the building and things of that sort. So there was that. Okay, that's the first one. All right, second one. Here we go. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. Let me scoot this over. Back when Essence Fest had Essence. This was 2003. And it was Luther Vandross, Gladys Knight, Patti LaBelle, Anita Baker, Boyz II Men, Barry White, B.B. King, Mary J. Blige, the OJs with Gerald Levert, Aretha Franklin, Maze featuring Frankie Beverly, Earth, Wind & Fire, Gerald Albright, and Aaliyah. Now, here's my thing about this thing. I've never seen anything in all my years of living where someone was okay with what was happening actually like in real time. I remember probably the BET Awards this year, like where everybody was like, yo, the BET Awards were so good this year. That's like the last thing. Everything else is like Saturday Night Live is not what it used to be. The paper isn't what it used to be. Like, you know, I work in media, so it's like the paper isn't what it used to be. The WSB TV is Channel 2 Action News isn't what it used to be. Atlanta isn't Atlanta anymore. The wings aren't the wings. Like, I remember the old Atlanta. Bring back the old Atlanta where we would just actually dance in the club and have such a good time, and bring back Freaknik. And you know, this Atlanta is just don't hit the same as, you know, Atlanta all watered down and gentrified. Like, that's literally every single thing. And New Orleans is, you know, I miss the pre-Katrina New Orleans. You know, there's New Orleans. I don't know about it. You know, like it's everywhere, bro. Everywhere. I miss the old this. I miss the old Kanye. I miss the this and that. You rarely see someone say like, this is the best it's ever been. You rarely see the majority say this is the best this has ever been. I enjoy it. It's always like, it ain't as good as what it used to be. Always. In anything, bro. All right, Essence Fest. Here's the thing that I was referring to, the AT&T sponsored guardrails. This is alleged according to according to this social media post. This is not confirmed, all alleged. Take that with a grain of salt. Yeah. AT&T sponsored guardrails. They said focus on culture, creating a living force, creating legacy, storytelling, inclusion without identity specific language. What in the world? Traditional innovation, technology impact framed with curiosity, connection as a tool for amplifying votes, enabling creativity and fostering community. Avoid race, gender, and sexuality terms. Negative framing of AI or tech. Critique of institutions, combative or divisive language. Say this instead of that. Instead of Black culture is being erased, try, how can we carry forward cultural nuance? AI is killing creativity. How is technology reshaping how we create? Oh my goodness. We're losing our traditions. We're losing recipes. What deserves to evolve or be reimagined? Boo, tomato, tomato, tomato. All right, next. This was in addition to people complaining about Target. So I was like, dang, it's crazy. Now this one is, you guys could up to interpretation. Question is floating around, what happened to Essence Fest? A picture is worth 1,000 words. This is the, I believe, the editor-in-chief of Essence and her wife. And so you see the family, and there it is. Okay, next. Black Americans, what is a class cliff hire for Essence Fest?
So what does that mean? It means that when something has happened within the company itself, they will hire like a woman or maybe another minority to try and turn a new leaf they may have fresh eyes or something like that. Well, that's the reason why Wanga was hired. But not only that, she's Kenyan. And what they were trying to do is rebrand or expand Essence, okay, into a broader audience. Okay, that's what's going on. That's what Glass Cliff hires do. They try and change something about the company. If the company's going bankrupt, for instance, a Glass Cliff hire will we're going to try and help it out. Okay, and if a lot of times Glass Cliff hires are blamed for a company's failure. Okay, because they weren't able to save it. Okay, they weren't able to do anything with it. So what happened? It looks like Dennis, this guy right here, stepped down because of alleged, and he's from Liberia. So he stepped down after he had acquired, I think, around 2018, 2020, Essence. And this guy is the founder of Shea Moisture, right? So he acquired it from Time. He acquired Essence from Time. So after he acquired it, it became, quote unquote, allegedly, as reported, a toxic work environment at Essence. So he stepped down, okay, because he was trying to, I don't know, expand the brand or do something different or whatever, right? So here's where another Glass Cliff hire comes in. Wanga. She's from Kenya. Okay, so now the Essence Festival goes on this year, and boom, people don't like it. Okay, so yeah, that's what a Glass Cliff hire is. And so before I even made this video, I said, okay, was she a Glass Cliff hire? And this is what I got. So yeah, if you read that, she was hired to try and save what was tanking under Dennis. Okay, so so I don't know how long Essence is going to survive if they don't bring it back home to what it's supposed to be,
my boy.
Because I think that's what's actually missing. Okay. Again, Time, I think, and Dennis, they were trying to do something different. I could be wrong. And then after all the allegations, Wanga was introduced as CEO, and now things are getting a little bit worse. So, yeah, that may be why Essence is having some issues this year, because it's been having issues for a couple years because the wrong people are in charge.
Okay, so that's what she's saying. She's saying the wrong people are in charge, and she's saying it might have been a glass cliff hire. According to her definition of what a glass cliff hire is, the first thing I think of is what somebody else said. They need a Red Lobster. Red Lobster rebranding, complete rebrand, bringing something new. Buddy came to the forefront. He went right to work. He said, seafood boil. And then them folks said, man, you know what? You're all right with me, Mr. New Red Lobster Man. Essence Fest is exactly what we've been talking about since I jumped this delineation porch 5 years ago. We told y'all, folks, we're literally trying to erase Black Americans, our culture, our history, our story from our land. Crazy work when you think about it. We winning. In 20 years, folks going to be looking around what happened to, wondering what happened to Black American culture, and I'm going to be there to blame y'all for letting this stuff slide when it mattered. I understand we want to embrace the diaspora, but y'all are allowing the erasure of our identity to happen in the process. Like I said what I said last night, I'll repeat a little bit of it tonight. I felt like one dance was really a shift in culture of like the DJs really forcing Afro beats and Caribbean type of sets and DJ sets at events and things of that nature. And while I like it every now and again, at the same time it could be a bit much. I am from Atlanta. At the end of the day, I love trap music, I love hip hop music, I love just gospel and R&B and a lot of soul. And I know at the root of all of those genres that I just named are, African drums and everything like that, going back to our roots. But sometimes you just want to hear some Mary J. Blige and and some 21 Savage and some I'm trying to think of sometimes you just want to hear Baby Chief do it in a spot. So sometimes you just want to hear Baby Chief do it. Hear Baby Chief do it went west. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man. SSB, like it's like it's a part of every DJ set now, and it's like 15 to 20, sometimes 30 minutes. Sometimes they could do a whole hour of nothing but Afro beats, and it's like, all right, bro, goodness gracious, like I could do this. Is what I like. Give me this, right? So DJ going a little bit all around, right? He's doing the old school, he's doing the 2000s, 2010s, and 2020s. We could do something like this, right? We could do everyone falling, start with that, right? And then you could go to the shy yo, like go to the Burner Boy most popular song. And then you could even do Essence. Me personally, I'm tired of the song Essence. They overplayed it in 2020. However, if you want to do that, you could do that. Or another Tim song. Well, Tim's not really like when she be singing in English, it's not really just straight up Afrobeats. But like if you had like Free Minds or something, like that wouldn't go under the Afrobeats genre of the set. But you could do something like that and then keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just stunting on my ex. Keep it pushing, dog. And it's not even good Afro beats. Even people from Africa say it's not that good. So there you have it, man. There you have it. Like it's just I guess a watered down, diluted, Americanized version of Afro beats that the people in Africa are like, we don't rock with this. All right, next thing, man. Oh no, not next thing. Next tweet. Okay, here he goes. The Africans had their takeover. We were sold into slavery, and now we can eat and benefit off your achievements after slavery. First of all, it's crazy to be beefing like all the way with like Africans, bro. Like that's insane. Second of all, this is not the Essence Festival. If you can see here, this is obviously not Essence Fest. This is probably like a fashion show or something. I'm gonna meet it because they're playing music in here. All right, yeah, you see here. Hinene. But yeah, this beef makes no sense. The beef, okay, SSB. So like, what do they even get out of this? I think what the people are trying to do with Essence Fest is like, I don't know, honest. Like, I guess it's just trying to get people to go back to Essence Fest for real because it was lighter. It was way lighter. Like, his video gives UK or Paris type vibe. Yeah, this definitely isn't the Essence Fest. Um, but yeah, the thing I'm saying about it is okay. The attendance was down. Attendance was down, vendors were down, everything like that. And some people said it was because of their large sponsorship with Target. Other people were mad about the AT&T verbiage language and stuff like that. Hold on, let me pull that up again. This of saying you can't bring up race, gender, or sexual terms, negative framing of AI or tech, or critique of institutions, combative or divisive language. You couldn't do any of that. So some people were upset with AT&T. Some people were upset with Target. Some people were just upset with attendance has been down for many festivals. To be fair, 100%, and that's the other point. Some people just don't have the money no more. You got inflation, you got you know what I'm saying, the state of the economy. I think with AI, ironically with the AI, a lot of people are just concerned about like the futures of their jobs. The fact that, I posted a video of riding in a Waymo. Check that out on the shorts if you haven't seen it before. The self-driving Uber and everything like that. My last night in Atlanta, while it was kind of like a fun experience and like scary and all of the things, at the end of the day, like that's taking away labor from people who even just drive Uber on the side. Microsoft did, like you said, SSB, another large layoff. They did that last year as well, but they just laid off another 9,000 employees. And it comes down to, bro, like AI is taking people's jobs, or people are fearful for AI taking their jobs, and to see companies lean more on AI and people to encourage you to use AI. Tell the prompt to create you a dog hopping over the island in my kitchen into a fire, but it's Donald Glover in Community when he walks into the room that is on fire with a stack of pizzas and he's looking shocked. Can you do that for me, Mr. Chat GP? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, not only is the economic state right now kind of in the toilet for America, on top of that is like people are concerned with jobs. Am I going to have this job much longer because of the rise of technology and modern technology? So all of these reasons are reasons why a family like my family, right, growing up, I went to Essence Fest once as a kid. I was 14 or 15. It was like 2010, and we went as a family. Uh, the kids did not go to any of the concerts. It was just my stepmom and my dad. They the only ones that went to the concerts that night. I was just babysat the kids, and the kids, we all went to the convention center because the convention center was free. Still, the amount of money that it took to bring all of us to New Orleans to drive in a car, 6 hours from Atlanta to New Orleans, and feed the kids all throughout the week and pay for the hotel room for us to have the space to stay there for 3-4 days was probably crazy for my dad, to be honest, back then. And like you don't recognize these things as much when you're a kid of like how much he sacrificed for that, because this was in right coming right off of the market crash. My dad, he was doing real estate and stuff, so the market crash of '08 and Detroit being a desolate town and all of these things. And so the fact that he did that for us coming off of that was like amazing. And I really appreciate that from my dad. So Pops, Pops not probably watching this, I ain't gonna lie. See, I'm at to clip it and send it to him myself. But I say all this to say, like, that isn't a reality for most families in 2025 now. It's just people just aren't that stable at this moment to bring an entire family from Atlanta, from Savannah, from Birmingham, from Jackson, Mississippi, from Memphis, from all of these places in the South, Houston, and all of these Little Rock, all these places in the South to come to New Orleans for a family vacation at the Essence Festival. People just don't probably have that money as well. So you have all of these things mixed in, and you have decline in attendance. And most people are saying we're not going back to Essence Fest until you stop focusing on the diaspora of African Americans or Black people. We want Black Americans, Black American history, and that's what they're saying. Me personally, I'm like, I showed up myself. I had my boots on the ground myself, no pun intended, and the panels and the guests and people that they had for me of the schedule that I set out, it was enough. It was good enough for me for free. I got to see Drewski, I got to see Zoe Spencer, I got to see Cheryl Swoops, I got to see some of the top, what I'm saying, other things that I don't want to give away right now. I'll just wait till those uploads get up. Coco Jones, Leon Thomas, so many performers and so many great speakers and dynamic guests, Lay Banks, all for free. And I'm saying, like, I managed. I managed. So a lot of people are complaining about it, said this sucked. This was the worst year ever. It was mid. Da-da-da-da-da. I managed and my feet were on the ground. So I want to make sure I said that. All right, next thing next. Oh, well, next complaint next, Charlie. Next complaint was, as it loads up, what is the next complaint we have here? Oh, okay. This is Beyonce. So, people have been getting on Beyonce for like, she's been wearing red, white, and blue, an American flag. That's been like her whole thing for this Cowboy Carter run. And so someone's like, the American thing is getting cringe. We made a video about this already with Momo Boy with the if I was American, I will get my way. Right. So we did a whole video on that already. And I was like, bro, being Black American is all I know. Like I don't know about my roots. Like I could 23 and me it and go way back and be like, yeah, Kenya. Man, them Kenyans will be like, boy, we do not know you. Take your American behind back across that water. So you know what I'm saying? Like, uh, I think Black people, we're in this weird space where it's like, you want to embrace the American flag and look like a coon, or do you want to embrace your roots And it's like the roots people, they don't want me anywhere near them, especially like on their homeland. And then the Americans, you call me a coon, but it's like, dang, like I was born in America. I can't. Beyonce can't change the fact that she was born in Houston. Like I can't change the fact I was born in Marietta, Georgia. You know, it just is what it is. So this is what someone said. They said they're crying, but remember when she tried the Pan-African thing and the Africans told her no. This was around the era of Lion King, which obviously is an adaptation based off of kind of like African culture and things of that sort. So she did the brown skin girls on a lot of drums and a lot of kind of just native on the ground things. People were mad about it. A lot of people were mad because a light-skinned woman was singing brown-skinned girls and singing about how beautiful brown-skinned women are. Like it was kind of like you think you are, you know what I'm saying? We all talk about it, but there was that, right? So that was another thing. Okay. Next was this the last one I have. It's from Rick.
Rashad, why you
Anyway.
didn't hit me up?
Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother. Front, lit,
What's up,
in it,
Rashad?
yeah.
What it do, boy?
We walk around the world.